Good morning, back at filling up troughs again. So we ended up having a lot of rain last night. I'm not sure exactly how much, I'll find out once I go back to yard 1. So the sprayer's definitely not going to be moving today. I've got a cow with mastitis, so I need to get some hurdles. Steady does it. Need to get the cow in here so we can inject her. Come on! She's right at the very back, so Dad's disappeared down there to try and bring her up a bit. Set up the crush here, hopefully it'll work. That's over there. Come on, Nick! She's coming, she's coming. That's fine, just a wee handful. We've just blocked the road with a trailer. That's her there. Oh, she's knocked the GoPro. Go on you go. That's that. Right, that's worked quite well. I'm just going to put the fork, I've put a bit of weight on top of the cross just to be sure, because it's not solid to anything at the moment. We'll get her squared up. Alright, let's get a look. Wow, looking pretty nasty. This quarter's the worst, but the other teats definitely have a bit of broken skin on them. But that one, yeah, looks horrible. Yeah, it's definitely just the one quarter which is hard. The others are alright. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for a beast. I think the ideal scenario would be injecting this cattle beast with penicillin, which is kind of longer lasting. Either that or do her every day for a few days with the stuff I've got. But getting out of here is quite tricky and a bit of a pain, and she's not going to want to come back in again after all this ordeal. I'm not going to bother with penicillin. I'm going to give her Alleamycin LA, so this is longer lasting. It's probably not quite as good at hitting the mastitis, but it still will, and it'll last. It'll give her a good bit of protection for a few days, or a good bit of treatment for a few days. So I'll give her this and some anti-inflammatories, and hopefully that'll sort her out. And then also Dad's gone to get some spray, so we can spray around about there because the flies are trying to get in about it. And poor beast, we'll get you squared up, we'll get you sorted out. But this is 1 mil per 10 kilos of body weight, so she'll be a 600 kilo beast. At least she's quite big actually. 650, maybe even approaching 700. So I'll give her 70 mil just to be on the safe side. Intramuscular, so we're going in there, that kind of triangle in there of muscle, neck muscle. We use that muscle because it then doesn't leave injection marks on good cuts of meat, which are further back. Obviously it's a cow, so it's not really a big deal, because once she's old she'll just go for sausages really. She won't really be used for proper steaks or anything. So it doesn't really matter too much on cows, but especially on bullocks and whatnot. If you don't like needles, look away for the next, I'll put it in the corner how many seconds, or skip forward. There we go. I'm going to do it in 3 different sites because it's quite a lot of liquid going in. That's one. Generally try and hold onto the needle, because if they move about you don't want to lose the needle in them. Whereas if I was just holding it out here with my hand and let go of that bit and she rattled about, the needle could easily break. There you go, that's 2. One more. Next up, Metacam. So this is anti-inflammatory. So this is 2.5 mil per 100 kilo. So 700 kilo again. That'll be.
I know it's easy for your mind to wander. I want you to really.
17.5, 18.5, 18.5, 17.5. The Metacam here, it's under the skin. It's not intramuscular. Pinch a bit of skin there. That's quite a lot of skin she's given me. That's it. There we go. Give that a rub just to stop it coming back out the wee hole. Seal the hole off. You can see a wee bit of What's coming in there? There we go, beast. Hopefully that'll square you up. Right, she's good to go. There you go. Now we can just pack up again. Job done. I've just noticed a crack on the blade of the bucket there. See it? Staying a new blade on it anyway. We've got some guys out this morning. That's the Smarty machine with legs on it to strut it up and spread the weight out so we can go up there and clean our solar panels. But we've actually discovered, or they've discovered, we've actually got wee kind of legions all over them. They've not been washed in a long time. They should have been. They don't normally wash them with a power washer or hot liquid because you've got to protect them, but they're quite bad, so they asked us if they're happy we let them use a power washer and hot liquid. So they're trying that, and fingers crossed it can take all the legions off them, but they're quite bad. There you go, direct shine. Never used them before, but seems to be doing a decent job. I'm back again, AP bearings. Pipe for the bale grab, the hydraulic line. I need to collect it. Dad dropped it in the other day. New hose and fitting. This fitting is goosed. It's got a crack in it there. See that crack? And also it doesn't release very well. It's pretty clunky. It got dropped one day. No comment. The amount of hydraulic hoses you go through could just about justify getting a swager machine, which is what you use to crimp fittings on the end of hydraulic pipes. But you'd need all the individual ends and sizes. And this is the ram off of the bale grab, so this pipe's good. The other pipe that's broken comes off of this fitting here, so this needs a bit of PTFE tape. Look at me with my gloves on. Come on. Mm, 21 mil. Bang on. Stay. Stay. Doug's been out today with that tractor, topping all the grass round about. Hey Doug. I'm keeping her here so she doesn't run under the wheels. Right, these uprights, I mean to cut these in two so we can make two bits of racking from these, because they're too tall. They go in the back door there, but they're too tall, they reach the roof. So half the height is pretty much bang on what we're needing, and we'll get double the amount of uprights from them. Normally I'd use the grinder, but it's along the road. Well, one of them is the big grinder, so the bandsaw is right there. We'll try that. This is going to work. I wasn't that sure whether this would fit in here, but it fits all right. The saw, the blade, whatever you call it, it's come off of the bandsaw. It happens semi-regularly. There's a drive pulley down that end. There's another pulley up here which acts as a tensioner as well. Right, hopefully it stays on. It fell down as it was almost finished to cut. It fell that way and pinched the blade, and then it started to slip, then it pinged off. And there's also a kink in the blade now. There it is. 3, 2, 1, now. I'm hoping that kink will square itself up over time. Oh, it's jumped again. Done. Well, that bit. Needs to do this bit. It's windy now. It was raining all earlier, so I couldn't get spraying, and then now it's dried up. It's windy. I think I'll get going tomorrow morning. I've got 2 tankfuls to do. Okay, fingers crossed, dry for a few hours so that I can keep moving with this sprayer. 2 tankfuls and I'll be happy as Larry. Get my gear out. The ons like to stick in every nook and cranny on the machine. This panel basically is just shifting fluid from one place to another. So when you pick the blue ones, that's going from, and the green ones is that going to. So when I'm filling, I'm clicking this button, which is drawing it from the outside tank here. And then I would put it to the inside tank, which is that button there. So that's the main tank on the machine. When I then go to spray, instead of having drawing to main tank, I go main tank to nozzles there. Head down to where I finished off yesterday, which is, was it that tram line I came up last? So I had to go down that one. We'll be able to tell because the crop won't be run down so much. Yeah, here we go. Right, we'll just get set up. So I usually fill on 1,000 on the PTO, so we need to move that to 540. That's fine, we can turn that on. We need to set our rate, 3,220 litres, we'll call it 3,200. Over 16 hectares is 200 litres a hectare, bang on. Actually, just make that 195. Crank the revs up till we're at 540. There we go. You can set the GPS up now. Should be in the same field as yesterday. That should be it. There we go, bang on. Section's on, and then that button just lets the valves all open. There we go, we're off. What are we at? 3, oh I can't hold it steady. 3 point something bar, 3 bar basically, we're bang on. That'll do the job. So I've done that side of the field 2 days ago, and then I need to go all the way out over to the other side there where those trees are. Couple more wild oats here. Annoying things. You want to get them right by the roots so you get all the stems that are coming off. First tankful done, still glorious sunshine, so we're looking good. Things are looking good. Much better than the last couple of days. Right, topped up the sprayer again. Scrappy's actually in, picking up a pile of scrap. Don't know if he's just going in and out today, all day, or it'll just be one load, but it's probably 4 or 5 loads kicking about so far. Anyway, just keep motoring on and beat the rain. It's going to rain 1 o'clock. It's currently 10. Just one more tank to do, so it should be fine. It'll only take me an hour and a wee bit to get rid of this tankful. And it's pretty dry, fast stuff, i.e. it only really needs 20 minutes, if that, a half an hour to dry after it's been sprayed on before, if it rains, it doesn't like wash it off. There's the boss over there, doing a bit of roguing. Dad, when the weather's like this and it's not wet and it's not beaming with sunshine, a bit overcast and cloudy, he actually quite likes roguing, which is good because I'm not a big fan. He's just walking out, basically try and walk all the fields every year at least once to get through, pull out any wild oats. It's probably about 10 to 15% of what we're growing is seed every year. So the seed crops, we have to be a bit more thorough when we're roguing it, because you don't just have to take out the wild oats. If it's a seed crop of barley, and then we don't want any oats, we don't want wheat, we don't want oilseed rape. Whereas the likes of in this barley, it's just malting or feed. It's got a wee bit of wheat through it, but it'll be fine. Seed crop, we'd have to take it all out. Here's another wee patch of wild oats. You can see the height of them. The wild oats, although most of the patches I found today and yesterday, they have definitely been in our field already because they're not rowed up with the seed. Whereas if it comes in, oh, I'm not on GPS, flipping heck, I've just driven over some crop, nice one. Whereas if the oats come in the seed, they're lined up and they're in the rows of the barley. So you can tell that way around whether it's seed, dirty seed, or it's just stuff that's in our field already. When I was last in here spraying a while back, you can see I wasn't paying attention and I careered off away from the tram lines. They still just show up. Done, got all the spraying done, and it's not looking like it's going to rain in the next hour or so anyway. Just going to get in about the tractor now and clear all the ons. Oh, lovely job. Gate lady's not going to be impressed at this. Oops. That's us good to go. I'm going to chuck the flatbed on. I need to go and, what do I need to move? No, not the flatbed, a trailer. So I can shift some barley along to this yard for the cows. The rye's quite busy today. Hey Butch. Oh Betty. Sit. Stay. 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 Get it.